Welcome back to the channel. Today I am headed to go pick up some Hellcat parts. I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to get another Hellcat 6.2, but it's out of a wrecked one. This guy locally is parting out, and yeah, I don't know if I want to spend like 15 grand a day. So we'll see what happens. But besides that, he has seats. They're all out of a Challenger. He rear-ended somebody, and the engine is pretty damaged. I mean, the supercharger, it looks like the belt got sucked into the pulley, so I'm guessing the timing on the rotors is off. All the accessories on the front of the engine are broken off, and a bunch of other stuff. But let's head over there, see what he has, and just kind of go from there. I'm probably gonna buy the seats for the Scat Pack Challenger. I think I want to put that thing back together, as well as maybe the Hellcat swap. I'll just throw it in there, make it a wide body car. That car did have a clean title, and just fix it, and then I could sell it. But it's like a clean title Hellcat swap Scat Pack, I guess, or something like that. But let's head over there and see what he has. Back from the first trip, have all the seats. I ended up getting the trunk and the tail lights. I still need to go get the doors. I need to go get I'm probably gonna get the engine, transmission, supercharger, all the accessories as well, because it's turning out to be a killer deal. Everything, the people that had this car wrecked it, and then they didn't really pull everything. I don't know why they pulled stuff like this, but everything, I don't know, it might clean up, but you can see there's like something was drug across the seat right there. They weren't really careful doing it, and like the trunk, everything's all scratched up here, the trunk scratched up, and you almost would think this stuff is stolen. But they gave me both keys, so I didn't grab the fobs yet. But yeah, it's like, man, is this stuff stolen? But they had the keys and the title. I don't understand. So yeah, I'm gonna unload all this stuff. I have the rear seats back here. It's just kind of a weird deal, but get all this stuff inside the shop, clean it up, and then go and grab the doors. Then I need to go grab some money from home, and we'll go pick up the engine and transmission. And I guess the old Scat Pack Magnum is probably going to become the new Hellcat Magnum. Just got everything unloaded out of the truck, and I'm really excited that I was able to pick this swap up. So I did get a pretty decent deal on this engine, but at the end of the day, there are quite a few parts that I need to buy. So the wiring harness has been cut up. There's some wires broken in the accident. The front tensioner was broken off in the accident. The water pump needs to be replaced because this is bent. And also, it looks like they're trying to pull it, but they didn't know you had to pull this hard line. So I'll pull the hard line in the next video, pull the water pump off, make sure this cover here is still good. Then this hydraulic power steering pump, the pulley is bent, the reservoir is broken. I like electric power steering better, so I'm gonna just take that off, throw it in the trash, and I just really need to just go through this thing 100%. I do have the red key, the black key, and I have the ECU. I pretty much have all the wiring, everything I'm going to need to swap this into something. I'm really happy that I got this because I wanted to test out a set of stock Hellcat headers on the Hellcat Magnum over there. But, you know, I guess I just bought headers, and it came with an engine and transmission. There's a bunch of other stuff that was cut up when they pulled it out, not just wiring. Some of the lines and stuff right here were cut up. I'm really happy they didn't cut the oil cooler lines up or anything like that. And then also the supercharger needs to be gone through. So in the next video, I'm going to go through the engine. I'm also going to go through the supercharger. The belt did get sucked behind the supercharger when they got in a wreck. The throttle body is missing a piece, it's broken, and this diverter valve, electric diverter valve, is broken as well. So I want to see if that piece is inside. And also on these superchargers, how they're timed, they're held in like an interference cone fit, like the Chevy, what are they? The Chevy Cavalier crank pulley and cam gears, sprockets or whatever. So I've heard that if any shock comes to this system and something drastically stops like this, it could put the rotors out of time. So most likely I'm going to go through this, send this thing in, make sure everything's in time. I'll order a throttle body. I'll order this throttle body We'll probably put a smaller supercharger pulley on there. And then also I have these coolant lines back here. They cut this wire right there. The fuel lines are there with the injectors, but that they didn't know how to pull that little clip, so that's broken. But other than that, it is a good supercharger. So I need to also go through the tranny. So when they cut, I don't know why they did this, they cut the drive shaft, but first they cut here. So this is the output shaft of the transmission. I need to pull this rear yoke, I guess is what you'd call it, and make sure the splines aren't affected. I'm pretty sure those come off because I have one right here and it does have a nut on the back. So I think we'll be okay there, hopefully. But I just really want to, you know, go through everything. I wish they didn't cut this, and I have all the coil packs, and I did look at some stuff, so I'm not too concerned, but hopefully everything is good with this engine. So once I put it in a car, we can fire it up. Probably going to end up putting some Holley 120-pound injectors on this engine, as well as my billet fuel rails. And then I have a 4 fuel system that I ended up buying, but it never came with fuel rails. So I'm most likely going to end up doing that. And I think I know where I'm going to stuff this engine. So I do have the seats from the car and a few other things, but I want to revise or refresh the original Scat Pack Magnum. And I feel like it's gonna, you know, that car's close to my heart. I feel like some of the subscribers that came to the channel, it was because of the original Scat Pack Magnum, and then they just stayed because of the Hellcat Magnum. So instead of making another Hellcat Magnum like this, the Scat Pack Magnum has been sitting out here because I did end up pulling the engine out of it because a friend wanted to do a Scat Pack swap in a D100 pickup that ended up actually not getting finished. So at the time, he was just bothering me every day, and I was like, yeah, I'll sell it to you. Sold it to him. Now, I really have wanted to Hellcat swap this car for a very long time. And once I do that, I'm most likely going to refresh everything, give it a paint job, fix all of the body damage. I'll probably do a whole quarter panel on that side. I don't know if I need to do one on the, yeah, I might have to do one on this side, or I could use this Magnum right here that is kind of a cream puff. Hellcat swap this Magnum. I need to clean quite a bit of stuff out of it because I've just been using it as like a parts storage, and mice have, I think there's some mice in there or whatnot, but I need to clean it out and then kind of go from there. But that would be a cool car to refresh, give it a paint job, throw the Hellcat swap in it, probably undercoat it first, and then I can maybe, you know, at the same time I'd be getting finished with the Hellcat Magnum. Well, that'd be 2 Hellcat Magnum. So I'm gonna have to differentiate somehow, but we'll figure this out in the next video and kind of go from there, because I really want to figure out where this engine's going and what I need to order for it, so I can get it in that car so it's not just sitting around the shop and taking up space, because there is a lot of parts that came with this. There's also another idea that I was thinking. So the original Scat Pack that the Scat Pack swap came out of, that car is a clear title Scat Pack, but I would need to get a front clip for it. I'd have to fix the rear quarter panels, which if I did that, I'd probably just wide body the car, and then I could have like a clean title Scat Pack wide body that's the 2016 that I Hellcat swapped, and maybe I could do a giveaway on that. But let me know in the comments what you think would be a better giveaway, if it would be a Scat Pack Challenger wide body swap Hellcat that has a clean title, or a clean title Magnum Hellcat, like not this Magnum behind me, not the blue one, the red one outside, and just update it with, you know, some nice wheels, an SRT8 front bumper, leave the, I think the SRT8s came in the 08 front ends. I kind of really like that front end, so leave that front end and then just kind of do some updates. So let me know what you think in the comments. I'm going to end this video here. If you like these videos, make sure to click that subscribe button, thumbs up, throw a comment below. As always, see you guys next time.